During World War II, flamethrowers emerged as one of the most feared and psychologically impactful weapons in the arsenal of several major powers. Although the technology existed prior to the conflict, World War II marked the first time flamethrowers were used on a widespread and systematic scale. These weapons were primarily employed in assault operations, especially in close-quarter combat situations like bunker clearing, trench warfare, and urban engagements. Origins and development. The modern flamethrower had its roots in earlier versions used during World War I, most notably by the German army. However, by the outbreak of World War II, several nations, including Germany, the United States, Japan, and the Soviet Union, had developed more portable, reliable, and deadly flamethrower systems. The typical World War II flamethrower was a man-portable device consisting of a fuel tank, often worn on the back, a hose, and a nozzle equipped with an ignition system. These systems used a pressurized gas to project a stream of flammable liquid, often gasoline thickened with agents to improve its cling and burn time. The ignited stream could reach distances of 20 to 40 meters depending on the model. Tactical use. Flamethrowers were particularly effective against fortified positions. Concrete bunkers, pillboxes, and cave systems could be extremely resistant to conventional small arms fire or even explosives. However, a burst of fire could either flush out or kill defenders, making flamethrowers ideal for these scenarios. In the Pacific Theater, the U.S. Marines found flamethrowers indispensable during their island-hopping campaign. Japanese defenders often used deeply entrenched cave systems or bunkers that were nearly impervious to artillery or bombing. Flamethrower teams were sent in behind infantry units or tanks to root out these hidden positions. In Europe, the Germans deployed the Flammenwerfer series of flamethrowers in both offensive and defensive roles. Likewise, the Soviets used their own versions and later mounted flamethrowers on tanks like the OT-34, a variant of the T-34 medium tank, to increase both protection and range. Psychological and ethical impact. The psychological impact of flamethrowers was profound. The sight of burning liquid and the horrific injuries it caused made flamethrower operators targets of concentrated enemy fire. Many viewed the use of flamethrowers as particularly cruel, and the weapon has remained controversial in discussions of wartime ethics. Despite their effectiveness, flamethrowers had significant drawbacks. The fuel tanks were heavy and made the operator a highly visible and vulnerable target. There was also the risk of explosion if the tanks were hit by gunfire. Furthermore, the use of flamethrowers was often limited to short-range, specific tactical situations. Legacy and decline. By the end of World War II, flamethrowers had proven both their value and their limitations. After the war, advances in weapons technology, including thermobaric explosives and precision-guided munitions, rendered man-portable flamethrowers increasingly obsolete. While they remained in use during the Korean and Vietnam Wars, most modern militaries have since retired them. However, flamethrowers remain a powerful symbol of WWI's brutal close-quarters fighting and a sobering reminder of the war's destructive potential.